Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are unboxing the Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. And it looks like it got a little bit dented up here in the transport process. Now, for anyone who is not familiar with it, Glam Bag Plus is an upgrade to your regular Ipsy subscription. It is a $25 a month box. You get 5 full-sized products. And let me look it up real quick, see if I've got that written down. Okay, yeah, it's a $120 value supposed to be. So if you like getting the little bitty samples for $10, that's great. If you want something a little bit more full-sized, this is also an excellent upgrade. I personally still receive both. My regular Ipsy bag plus my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what we've got in here. Okay, so here is the box, and open it up. Don't want nothing to fly out. It's just got its normal yellow styrofoam wrapper on it. And the very first thing we have is the information card. It says, "Bear yourself. Celebrating all of you, play up a signature look, create the unexpected, let natural beauty shine. Your Glam Bag Plus picks will help highlight the beautiful things that make you unique." And it has 3 Ipsy staffers sharing their story of self-love. And then it's got information about add-ons, which can be added to your regular subscription or your Glam Bag Plus subscription. And they range from sample size products that are $3 a piece or full size products that are $12 a piece. And you can pick up to 3 things to add to your subscription. Okay, so let's see what we've got in here. First thing we're going to pull out is ByeBye Foundation Full Coverage Moisturizer with SPF 50. Okay. So let's open this up and see what we've got. I've got it in the shade Light, which is kind of scary because my skin is not exactly light in the summertime, but it's never exactly dark either. Okay, so if it comes out looking like it does in the tube, we might be all right. And it is a tube. It's got a little lid on here. Oh, and the tube has a pump on it. Okay. Oh, it looks like it's not near as light as I was expecting it to be. So that's a good thing. Let's see how this blends out. It doesn't really smell like foundation or sunblock either, for that matter. It does look a little bit yellow for me. It blends out nicely though. So we will definitely be giving this a try. And of course I will be trying on all of these products at the end of the video just to see if I can create a whole look from what I get in this bag. Go ahead and wipe that off because just that one little pump was doing all the back of my hand and then some. Okay, so up next we have a set of Be Beautiful, Be You FARAH eye brushes, which is kind of cool. We get a lot of FARAH brushes in the Ipsy subscription. I've gotten individual brushes before, but this is the first time I've gotten a full set of brushes in any of my Ipsy subscriptions, which is kind of nice. Now, I actually really like the FARAH brushes because they're lightweight and therefore they're easy to use. This last one's not wanting to come out. Sorry about that. There we go. Get that little thing out of there. Okay, so we've got 10F concealer brush, which has just the little rounded end. These do feel very dense, not too stiff, but not too pliable either. Had to think for a minute because I blanked on the word. But yeah, these feel really nice. Okay, and this one is the 65 EM Mini Shading Brush. It's got a bit of a flatter rounded end, and it is somewhat flat. And again, not too stiff, but not too flimsy either. Well packed. Okay. This one is 105E, and it is a pencil. So I guess they would call this one a liner, I guess. To me, it looks too big to be for using to do eyeliner with. Maybe for the under eye shading, but we'll definitely give it a try out and see what we've got. This is the 15E Angled Brow. Now, I don't do my brows because I've been blessed with pretty decent brows. So I would probably use this one actually as a liner brush because it is quite thin, very stiff, which is what you need for a liner. And the last one here is a 35 EM Mini Tapered. Now this is definitely bigger than what I would consider a mini tapered, and not tapered at all, really. Because to me the tapered brushes get skinnier up here at the end rather than down here in the handle. But they're really cute. They look almost like little icicles that you would hang on a Christmas tree. Which was honestly my first thought when I saw them on the app. And yes, I do look at my spoilers. They are textured, which means it's not just a drawn-on design on them. They actually are textured with that design, almost like a cut prism. And the color varies from lighter, almost yellow, to the deep blue, to almost green at this end. So they're really pretty. Okay. So we're going to try to put them back in the little bag so they don't get messed up. Okay, up next we have, okay. Now this was actually one of my add-ons. I'm surprised to see it in here, but that's okay. This particular add-on is from Purlisse. It is a watermelon energizing 2-minute polishing peel. Now, I have the watermelon aqua balm that I got in this box, I believe, a few months ago, which is why I got this as an add-on, just because I wanted to be able to use the two products together because they're from the same line. So I will probably not be trying this out in this video just because it is a polishing peel. Let's see. Definitely has a very strong watermelon fragrance, and a little goes a very long way. Okay, it is very gritty, but in a fine, almost like sand kind of way. So it's definitely not too gritty and grimy feeling, and it's not too harsh. I really like the way it feels, and even just that quick, it does leave the skin feeling nice. Now you would definitely want to wash this off with fresh running water rather than trying to wipe it away. As you wipe it away, it's just going to dig the granules deeper into the skin. But it is definitely a physical exfoliant rather than a chemical one. Okay. Now then, up next we have something else from Purlisse. This is the Blue Lotus Daily Moisturizer with SPF 30. It protects and moisturizes, absorbs easily with no white tint, and preps skin for makeup. Now, as you've noticed, I am a big fan of the Purlisse products. I actually have a Blue Lotus mask as well that came from my friend that sent me the care package that I've mentioned in a couple of my other videos. She is truly a sweetheart, and I don't know where I'd be without being able to call her one of my friends. But this one is a moisturizer. Ooh, it's very thin, so it came out a little bit quicker than I was expecting it to. And I'm sure, like most other Purlisse products, a little goes a very long way. It does rub in quite well. It does feel thick. It leaves a silicone-y type feel that you would expect for a makeup primer. It smells quite nice. And of course, the dogs are barking again. Okay, sorry about that. I had to let the dogs finish what they were doing. Okay, we have something from Sundays, which is almost always nail polish. This one is in shade 44. So let's see what this one looks like. There we go. Okay, it looks to be almost a pale minty green. So let's do just a quick single coat on my thumb here so that we can see what it actually looks like. Now, I'm not a real big fan of the Sundays nail polish. They never go on smooth, and they almost always end up peeling off really quick. I'm also not real great at painting my nails, so I never have just a perfect manicure when I do it myself. It is a very light green. Not a color that I find very wearable for myself, and definitely not for the end of summer going into fall. Definitely more of an early to mid-spring color, in my opinion, of course. I mean, it's your nails. You can do whatever color you want on them. That's one of the beautiful things about nails and makeup, is that you can do whatever you want with it, and the whole purpose of it is to show your own personal creativity. Okay, and the last thing we have here is from the Balm. It is a large palette. It says, "In the Balm of Your Hand, Greatest Hits of Volume 2. Okay, and it looks to have eyeshadows, highlighter, bronzer, and blush. So it's almost a full face palette. It's very cute. Okay. So we've got this one looks to be, let me see. Yeah. Meat Matte Trimony, Nude Dudes, Alice Cooper, Rockstar, Meat Matte Adore, and this one over here, the highlighter, is Mary Lou Manizer. The bronzer is Bahama Mama. The first blush is Down Boy, Frat Boy over here, and then Instant. So we're going to do some quick swatches. We're going to start with the eyeshadows. Okay, so here are the 4 eyeshadow shades, starting from over here, up here. Now, this one here did not look very pigmented on the swatch, but that does not mean it's going to look the same on the eyes. Okay, so now then, let's see what the blushes look like. Okay, here we have Down Boy, Frat Boy, and Instant. Okay. And honestly, it looks like Down Boy is probably going to be the one that I go with for myself. Now then, here is the highlighter and the bronzer. That actually looks like it might be a really good bronzer shade for me. So that's everything. And it does come with a neat little mirror. Okay, so that's everything in my box. And yet again, I do not have anything that shows the full value of any of these products. So I will have to look that up and put values down in the description box, unfortunately. But that's okay. So let's go ahead and get started on the try-on portion. Give me just a minute and I'm going to grab my makeup bag so that I have my powder, because that seems to be about the only, and a lip product, because that seems about to be the only two things I actually need. And I will be right back. Okay, I'm back now, and I realized while I was up getting my powder and my brushes and my lip product that I also needed a mascara, so I went ahead and grabbed that too. And we're going to start off, even though this is supposed to be ByeBye foundation, I'm going to go ahead and use some of the moisturizer that I got today as well, just to lay down a good base before applying the rest of my makeup. And honestly, when you've got skin like mine, you can never have too much sunscreen. So let's go ahead and rub this in real well. Bring it down. I need a little bit more of that to bring down onto my neck, because you definitely want to bring your facial sunscreen down onto your neck. You should bring all of your facial products, as far as your moisturizers, your serums, all of that down into your neck area, just because it's one of the first places that shows aging. And we definitely don't want that. Okay. So now that is all rubbed in. Let's go ahead and get into the ByeBye foundation. Here we go. I'm just going to use my beauty blender. I'm going to apply the foundation directly to the beauty blender. Probably not the right way of doing it, but it gets it done. So let's go ahead and tap this in. Now, I'm not using concealer today just because I want to get an idea of just how full the coverage on this foundation is. And it actually seems to be just about perfect, in my opinion, on how much coverage it gives. I do like a foundation to actually show my freckles through just a little bit. I don't like to cover them completely up. Now, I will say applying this over the other moisturizer, probably not such a good idea after all, because it does feel very heavy on my face in like an oily way, which is not good. But it still blends out really, really well. And I'm honestly not too disappointed in the shade either. It does seem to, yeah, I was afraid it was going to be a little too yellow, but it's really not once it's all blended out and smoothed in. So there's that. Now, the powder that I'm going to use is from Pure Cosmetics. It came in my Live Beauty bag that I got for the month of July and August, because it is a bi-monthly bag. And of course, I will have information about that down in my description box as well for anyone who might be interested. This has actually become one of my go-to powders for setting my makeup. And I really enjoy the way it feels on the skin. I enjoy how easy it is to use. It's just a really nice setting powder. And even though it does have just the tiniest little bit of flashback, if it's really, really bright, for the most part, it's not so bad. Okay. Let me try to get that deep into the corner of my eye, just because that seems to be the one place that I have the most trouble getting everything to set, and then all my eye makeup wants to migrate that way. There we go. Okay, and then that's got my base and my powder laid down. So here it is. We're going to get into this palette for pretty much just about everything else in this makeup look. And I'm going to start off with my bronzer, which is a FARAH 103. Also came from an Ipsy subscription. And I'm going to very gently go in here and try to go ahead and blend that out immediately so that I don't end up looking like I've just got dirt on my face, because that's the worst, is looking like you just got dirt on your face when you've got your bronzer going. I'm trying to contour. I'm not the best at contouring, so it never looks absolutely perfect, but I definitely don't want it to look like I've got just dirt smudged across me. Okay. And believe me, I've had that happen where even I looked in the mirror and it's like, wait, what? So, yeah. Got to be careful with your contouring. Okay, and that seems to blend out quite well. And it's not too dark, which is always good. Up next is just my cheap Color Workshop powder brush that I use for blush, and I'm going to go into Frat Boy down here. Oops, sorry about that. Frat Boy, which is the blush in the middle. Now it does have a little bit of a kickback to it, so be careful. You don't want to overdo. And blush is something else that's really, really easy to overdo. So I just tap a little bit on and then blend it out a lot. Because my skin already has very pink undertones, and I don't want to look like a clown. Okay, there we go. That seems to be blended pretty well. I'm liking the look of this so far with the blushes anyway. The blush and the bronzer. And highlight just across the top of the cheekbone. And down the center of the nose. Okay. So I really like the Balm Cosmetics. They are something that you get a lot of in Ipsy bags. So it's not something I ever run out of. I've got 1,000,001 little bitty single pan palettes from my regular Ipsy. So I'm really excited to have this full-size palette here. So now we're going to get into the FARAH eye brushes and create an eye look from these eyeshadows that I've got here. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the mini shading brush, which is this one. It's 65 EM, and I'm going to use Meet Matte Adore just as an all over to transition. And of course with these particular shades it's going to be a very neutral eye look because it's very neutral colors. Okay, that looks good. And repeat on the other side. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to go in with what they call a pencil brush. And I'm going to add just a little bit of Firm, which is the second shade, this one here, to the crease. And that's what I actually really like about this brush, is it's great for getting just directly into the crease. Would be great for creating a cut crease look. Not that that's something I actually do, but for people who do, it'd be great for that. build that up a little bit more. There we go. Okay, up next, I'm going to take the concealer brush with a little bit of Alice Cooper, which is this one here, and vary just a little bit, and tap into the center of the lid. There is a little bit of fallout, so you'll want to be aware of that. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to actually take the mini tapered brush with a little bit of this highlighter and go right up underneath the brow bone, and use that also to kind of blend everything together to complete the look. With just a little bit more of that over here on this side. There we go. Like I said, very neutral, but at the same time could be darkened up to make a smoked out eye look. Okay, and that pretty much does the eyes. Let's add a little bit of mascara. Now this mascara that I'm using today is a Laura Mercier sample of their Caviar Volume that I got by requesting a sample from their website. I'm not above contacting beauty makers and asking for samples of their products. That's the best way to try something out, is to go directly to the creator or to their website and ask for a sample. The worst they can tell you is we don't have any available. And honestly, even if they don't, you tried. So we're going to put on just a little bit of this. And I say just a little bit because it's really all it takes with this particular mascara. Is just a little bit. As you can see, the volume over here versus over here is very noticeable. So we're going to go ahead and get the other side done real quick. And I do apologize for the glare from my mirror. It is a double-sided mirror, and the back side is a magnifier, so that I can use it when I get ready to pluck my eyebrows. Because even I sometimes get little strays every once in a while. Okay, there we go. Eyes are all done. And the last thing that we are going to do is a lip product, which I did not get any of in my Ipsy this time. So I'm going to go into the Lip Monthly bag that I got here not too long ago and use the Model Co. in the shade Tango Pink. It's actually kind of a nude, and I really like the way it looks. There we go. And there is the makeup all done. Like I said, I will get the prices looked up, and I will do a full breakdown down in the description box of what each product was worth and how much the total value of the box itself was. And I guess that's everything for right now, and I will see y'all later. Bye!